Currently sitting in my apartment of which I killed 2 cockroaches today, one of which was a baby, and I cleaned up 3 carcasses. So that's where I'm at right now. My hair is also wet. The roaches are here because I live in a shithole. More on my shitty apartment when I move out. I'll make a story time once I move out of this place. Infestations. Maybe just a little brief on the cockroach problem. I had not seen a cockroach before until last month when I saw one crawling vertically up my wall, and it was brown and fast, and I was like, that's probably a cockroach. Yeah, I've heard legends of these things. Before that, I didn't even know that there could be cockroaches where I live. Just before I saw that cockroach here, my friend talked about seeing her workplace having an infestation, which is a bad thing because she works at a restaurant chain. Cockroaches exist here, and they're existing here right now. They're listening right now. I told the apartment they got pest control to put some poison out. I'm not sure the poison did anything because I still see these fuckers around. I think they're in the building, so that's the real problem. Like, I saw one in the hallway, and if there's just other people in the apartment who aren't arsed enough to tell anyone, it's just gonna... I'm also in the basement, so bugs love the basement. I'm not a fan of bugs indoors. If I see a bug outside, it's fine. I'm not scared of bugs, but something about bugs being inside, you know, they're not paying the rent. I am. Get your ass out of here. One time, and by one time I mean 2 years ago, in my house, my family home, I was working out, and then I saw a mouse, and I was like, me when I'm doing sit-ups, and I turned my head, and there's a mouse. We had a lot of mice in the house. They were really strong mice, you know. They would climb up, you know. They weren't just downstairs. They were all throughout the house. They would climb. The normal wooden and metal contraption mouse traps didn't work on them. They would just escape. Like, they could just eat all the peanut butter off the trap and leave. So we had to get those like black hard plastic ones, and those ones did work in killing them. But the thing is, so I slept on the couch for months when that infestation happens. And every night I would just hear, there was probably around 25 mice. So many fucking mice. Anyways, and in the middle of the night I would just hear the traps, you know, kill them. And the thing is, once it would snap, they would still suffer. Those huge plastic traps, they would still, like, suffer for, like, 5 minutes. Like, they could survive that trap. So I would listen to them every night, like, shaking the trap around. Not because the advent of hearing them outside kept me awake. It was more so I wanted to stay awake so that I could ensure that the mouse would die and not escape the trap. A little morbid, but that's just how things were. Other infestations happened. Isopods, which are normal house bugs. They don't bother me, but when that infestation happened, that was kind of like the first time I'd seen one of those bugs for some reason. They became constant after that, and it's just a normal thing now. I see them here, but they're a little more tougher here. Sort of the things where I live in this city now. I never lived in the city before. But things are different here, and also on the street I live, things are different. Things are a little weird. I live in a rough area. Creature development in this area gets influenced by the meth levels. Meth is just the cool thing in the city, by the way. And I live on, like, Meth Street, Meth Avenue. So, not to dox myself. Things are kind of strange, like the bugs are they're a little tougher, weirder. The birds, the cats, the stray cats are very strange. But the birds, they have their own language. And I know that magpies and crows, their cries can differ in some ways because they can learn new cries and stuff. But these ones are kind of like they have their own different language, these ones down my street. And also, not only that, but these ones a few of them are deformed. Like they developed improperly, which is kind of strange because you don't see deformed birds very often. Um, it's not that these birds are just like bigger or like obese and they like appear different. Um, there's a few magpies here that look as if their features have been compressed. And I don't mean like they became like obese, so like it gives the illusion of compression. No, like there is like, if birds don't really have a neck, but like the part on a bird that's a neck, these ones are the neck is clearly like it's underdeveloped. Their heads are flat. They're just sort of like, besides their coloring, there would be no way for you to tell this bird is a magpie. So things are different here. Infestation. I'm just talking about infestations and my disliking for infestation. I feel like everyone dislikes infestation. Is it a lack of control? Is it a feeling that your space is being invaded? Whatever it is. So these isopods were in my house. And it happened when I was going through my PS1 games. I was going to play a game. So I was looking through PlayStation 1. I'm seeing if I don't have it on me. The PlayStation 1 jam-packed demo disc. My cousin had dropped off some of his games, and I opened it, and some discs fell out because the jam-packed demo discs, they have 2 discs in the one CD case. Horrible design, horrible, whatever. But what had happened is apparently when he was a kid, he put another disc in there. So what happened was Tales of Destiny, the JRPG came out. Like it fell out, and I was like, oh, I know this was like a huge moment for me because when I was around 7 years old, I was at his place and I was looking at the empty case of Tales of Destiny at his place, and I was like, oh man, I really wish I could play this. I don't know where that disc is. And my cousins were like, yeah, we have no idea where that disc is. So then when I opened that case that summer, whatever, how many years ago, I was like, oh shit, there it was. It was here the entire time in this case. So I started playing Tales of Destiny and I was having a great time. And out of the peripheral, the corner of my eye, I see an isopod come out of like the crack of my windowsill, which is a little weird for isopods. They actually, I'm not sure how it was defying gravity. That's a little, isopods don't tend to do that. But it did that and I was like, holy shit. And I was having a bad time. So we had a lot of isopods that year. We had an isopod infestation. But they're just isopods, but it upset me. Other infestations, like ants. Like, you always get that. This is what, we don't want ants, the Archer scene. This is how you get ants. So ants, they get into your sugar or your honey or your whatever. What had happened is, this was a long time ago. There were times where they got into the honey, but there's this one specific time where it got into the cotton candy. We had like a bucket of cotton candy that we had forgotten about, and it just, yeah, so they got into that. Anyways, the gross thing about this infestation, because we had lots of ants in our old house. This was like my younger childhood house. We had a lot of ants in there. But I had 70s shag carpet in my room, and not like, when you like think of like shag carpet, maybe if you're unaware of shag carpet, you might think it has like a soft, like the idea of a shag carpet might look soft and fuzzy to you, but no, this was more like the texture of like wall insulation on my floor. That's the carpet that I had in my room when I was a young kid. Eventually we got rid of it. It was just ugly orangey brown color. But anyways, the nature of it was it was sort of, it's like shag, so it's like you're gonna have to go see a shag carpet. Like, go and look up a video of shag carpet, not just an image, so you can like see the fibers of this carpet and see what I'm talking about when I mean shag carpet if you're unfamiliar. So it was sort of, they were getting stuck in the shag carpet. Again, you're gonna have to look up shag carpet because you're like, how can it get stuck in the carpet? No, shag carpet is how it can get stuck in the carpet. So all these ants were getting stuck in my carpet. This wasn't bad. This wasn't a bad infestation. I don't know. I don't remember it being bad. Ants don't bother me. It was red ants for some reason, I think. Or am I just thinking they're red because of the color of the shag carpet they were stuck in. Who knows? Another aspect to the infestation thing. When I think of infestation, what comes to mind is what the hell's his name? Shino from Naruto. He's got the bugs. He's got the bugs that live in his body. That's really cool. Like, it's really fucking cool, but it's also one of the most disgusting things in television history. The scenes where, like, Shino has bugs in him, and, like, the bugs are... Like, everyone I've seen who's, like, seen that on screen has, like, recoiled in disgust. Or, like, if I say it, they recoil in disgust. Yeah, it's disgusting, but I think it's cool. So infestation, there's this time in my life where, you know, I'd feel bugs. I'd feel bugs on my skin. I'd feel bugs. There's bugs, guys. There's bugs. So I'd be, like, slapping my leg. I'm hitting my legs because it would usually be in my legs. Sometimes, like, my back. So there'd be bugs. I'd be like, there's bugs. And I have to slap the bugs off. Sometimes I would be like, no, the bugs are burrowing into my skin. So that's my tangent on infestations today. Because I just felt like it. Hope you enjoyed. I'm not sure if it was meant to be enjoyable. That's just my story time about infestations, my thoughts. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers about the cockroach infestation, though, because it's really bothering me. Ah.